Jones and Jail saying it's all good.
Yep.
So, cool.
100? I didn't ask for a 100.
This is Joel left. Joel left the call and left me as host, and it kind of... I'm got it set up so that I'm using like the maximum amount of bandwidth that I can. So a little thing such as Skype hosting puts me out.
Yeah, you should probably drop it by about 100k just to allow for some overhead.
Yeah, I might look to make a little adjustment or something like that. Anyway,
Oh. Hang on.
bit of lag, moofang.
Yeah, bit of sunlight for the vampire cow.
Just to introduce the players again. The reigning victor. What?
Yeah, get on with it.
Yeah, the reigning victor in the bottom left corner. Terran player representing FaDe. His ideas. FaDe Vision.
Vision!
And in the top right corner, a Protoss player. I haven't seen too many of those so far this series. Representing Fusion Slugs. His ID is moofang.
Moofang!
Cool. Yeah, so TVP, I don't mind that. I always like, if Terrans are involved, then I'm happy.
Looks like there's a bit of lag in this game.
Could be moofang.
Yeah, Moofang has got a probe into the base and he's just scouting around at the stage.
And it looks like a 1-Rax fast expand for Vision. Yeah, worshipping a doodle. Okay, could be... That's interesting. Moofang getting the second gas.
Yeah, so I'm expecting Stalker rolling, perhaps.
It could still expand. It could be like a 3-gate expand or a 2-gate expand. It's not necessarily indicative. It just means that it's not going to get its expansion up too soon. But I think that's good because it leaves you. If you expand too fast, it leaves you really vulnerable to like 2 racks.
Oh, okay. I thought he was actually going to do a 4-gate, but because he had a probe down in the bottom center, but he's actually dropped his 3rd pylon in his main, so it doesn't look like it's going to be a 4-gate.
It is. It is some. It's Blinkstalker all in, dude. This is annoying, man. This is the most annoying shit in the world. I reckon he'll probably win. Just because this is.
Unless he times out.
This is seriously like the worst build because. It's just such a fucking pain in the ass. Like, yeah. I think
so much.
If I can make one comment, I think putting the Robo and Twilight next to each other is a mistake. I think I know what he's going for. He's going for he thinks they're hidden here, which they probably are. It's probably not too bad, but I'd rather split them because if he scans and manages to cover that position and he sees a Robo and a Twilight, then he's boned. Like, Vision will know exactly what's happening. Whereas if you scan, you just see a Robo, or if you scan and just see a Twilight, you don't necessarily know exactly what's coming.
Yeah, we just got the scan.
We've got the scan, but
he hasn't seen the Twilight.
He hasn't seen either of them. He has seen 3 gates, so maybe he will kind of know, but oh man, because
he had seen the pylon down south.
yeah, there's a stalker there, so he's going to be able to take that out, but it's not. Even if he is able to take out the pylon, it's not too bad. What's really bad is the fact that Blink's almost done. And what units does he have out? He has a few Marines. This is yeah, this is going to really hurt.
Well, I don't know about that. Has signaled that he is blinking into the main now. He needs to pull those SCVs down to the natural.
Yeah, there they go. But I don't know, man. Like he's got some Marines. He actually needs. I think he needs to pull the SCVs to help kill the stalkers. Because as you can just see, there's not enough Marines for the stalker count, and yeah, it's going to be GG's. Well. Taking out the tech lab before Stim finishes. Pulling the SCVs now, doing a little bit of damage to stalkers, but there's another 3 stalkers getting warped in, and at this point he can just blink in with all of them, and there's not much he can do. Blinking back with one of the sick ones, but to be honest, at this stage, it's just not going to be necessary. Yeah, the food count's 46 down. They have 35 for FaDe Vision. 17 workers killed. Vision pulling all his SCVs. I think we're going to see a GG soon. Down to 26, 25, 24 supply. And look at that blink micro. Yeah, see, this is what I mean. It's just so nasty. It doesn't matter how much you bunker up. In fact, bunkering up is actually detrimental, because it's minerals that you could have spent on other stuff.
This is going to be the final blow. You could just blink straight in, kill off this army.
He could, and he does. And GG. Vision. Ah, man, I feel so bad for Vision. Friend from Perth who's flying out from Perth, spending like $1,000 on flights and hotels.
Oh god.
He's like so excited for it. Yeah. Anyway, let's introduce the players. Down in the bottom left corner, Protoss player representing Fusion Slugs. His ID is moofang. And in the top right corner, representing Clan FaDe, his ID is Fudobushi. Welsh being
break back.
I haven't heard that one. I like it though. I really like it. Where's he from? Isn't he from? He's from Melbourne, isn't he?
He's in Ballarat.
Oh, okay. Alright, that makes a little more sense.
Makes sense saying that the introduction sounded like Frodo Banshee. That sounds pretty cool. I think Moofang's checking the stream.
He's just on the shit computer, man. Will be for Forge, Fast Expand. Pylon down at the natural.
Spawning full.
Yep, that's what you want.
No expansion just yet. Oh, expansion first for Moofang.
Wow, that's
pretty ballsy.
That's so risky, man.
Especially with spawning pool almost complete as well.
Yeah, if Roshi decides to make links,
Overlord has just come in as well.
Nah, I think it's gonna be too late.
Welsh is going off to drop a hatch.
Yeah, it's... He's got a probe down here, so he needs to pull another drone. No, actually, he can just go and build it now. Well, that...
Yeah,
kind of...
the probe was pulled.
Well, she sends those lings over. Yeah, that was really... I don't know. It was a little more aware of timings there. Saw that Nexus down. That was so early. But you have to be like really super aware to be able to read that and go, oh, okay, that's, you know, it has a Nexus down that soon. That means it's got Nexus first, and react to that. Subnet's core going down, and Welshie throwing down an immediate third. And this map makes it kind of hard. I think it's a great map for Zerg for versing Terran, I think, generally. But I think Zergs can get punished on this pretty severely by Protoss all-ins such as Sentry Immortal. Sentry Immortal's so good. But we'll see soon enough what moofang's going to do. For the time being, it's just going to drone up, probe up. Like I always say, this is the part where it gets super boring.
+1 on the way. Being teched up for the Protoss. And yeah, taking his third gas, or second gas, at his natural is Welshie. Third is up, but no drones being sent over just yet.
Needs to get this Overlord out before he gets sniped by a Stalker.
Stalker was doing the moonwalk.
No, I missed that. Twilight Council going down, so I think we're going to see Blink Stalkers. Maybe that Blink Stalker all in. We do have 3 gateways on the way, and there's no robos, so I think that's what it's going to be.
Where's the Twilight?
At the natural.
Ah, there it is at the natural. Right.
And another 2 gateways, that makes 6. No, another 3. Wait, what? We'll do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I thought you only meant to get 6. Yeah, and +1 weapons for the Protoss.
Speed almost done for Welshie.
There's not too much. Well, she's got some overlords covering various parts of the map. It's got a lot of lings on the field already, which is good. And he's building another 22, which is also really good. Because lings are really good against stalkers. And in actual fact, the lings get in the base. They're into the main. He's whooping in a couple of stalkers. The stalkers are getting sniped here, though. The 3 zealots are in the base, though, and he's getting even more lings in the base, going straight for the mineral line now. And I don't know. It still has a lot of zealots. I don't know. Those zealots are doing a lot of damage, and it looks like the zealots are actually going to repel the lings.
Better off going after the probes on that account, but I think we might be.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to like target them, but yeah, I think maybe with a little bit more micro.
Yeah, 5 workers killed in that exchange.
5 workers killed, but units killed. Massively in favor of moofang, and is going to repel those speedlings back. But
there's more speedlings on the board.
I think there's just going to be too many speedlings here, and he's going to takes down the zealots. He's taking out these stalkers, and he actually knows at this point, Welshie knows exactly what tech moofang has gone for, because he sees stalkers blinking all over the map. Another, was it 8 or something? No, 5, 6 stalkers getting warped in, plus a sentry, and I think Welshie's in a really good position here, because look at all these lings, man. There's a lot of lings.
Make a commitment rather than ducking in and out. So
he just needs to make sure that he catches them out of position. If they get wedged in here where the sentries can force field, then he's going to be in trouble. But
he's going for a run by.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good micro from both of them. Splits two stalkers out. I know, I think Welshie's playing really well, but moofang is just kind of has all the answers. He warping in and just enough zealots to take care of the lings, also the sentries. With the force fields, I think Welshie's going to be in actually a bit of a pickle here. He's got some banes, he's got lings, but with the force fields, and 3 force fields goes down. Those force fields are kind of bad. The lings coming in to connect. It's just too many sentries. Spine crawlers coming in, doing a little bit of work, but I think there's just going to be too many sentries for him. 30 lings, stalkers, yeah. 30 lings on the 30 lings being produced, but there are none on the field. And if Welshie's quick, he'll be able to micro those. Queen at the natural goes down, and blinking the stalkers around. The reinforcements are here. I think there's just going to be too much. Another 40 lings being produced. This is a really close battle, starting to do a little bit of damage to some of the probes. Lings are coming in, but one of the problems is the lings are only trickling in instead of hitting all at once.
Coming in en masse.
And I don't know. I think there's just too much. He does have 4 spine crawlers at the back of that natural. You can't attack into that. Not while the stalkers are wedged in behind the gas and against the wall. And I think this is going to be the nail in the coffin. We have 7 or so zealots getting walked in. Moofang needs to be careful because there's a whole lot of banelings being spawned. Blinks out at the last minute. That was a nice little maneuver. More and more lings coming in, but he needs some roaches or something. He does have infestors.
Go down.
Yeah, really good
on these zealots. Really nicely
great bungles on the zealots, and I think that's going to just barely keep him in the game. Reinforcements coming in. That zealot's going to die. Meanwhile, more and more stalkers coming in. 16 lings on the way. Welshie holding this off by a thread.
Yeah, he's still about 10 in front on the supply count.
He can't afford to lose things like that. Morphing some banelings. I think if he's able to get some more energy on these infestors, then he will be able to stop it. Particularly if he gets some fungals while the stalkers are in position for a surround. The spine crawlers are coming up, and that's actually really good. I think he might actually just hold here.
Yeah, definitely. He's got a lot of banelings to support. He's got a couple of lings there. He is building up energy on those infestors. He still doesn't have any energy yet. for a fungal, but he is
Yeah, more and more
nicely stuck here
lings, and more
defensively,
infestors.
Big
The
battling hit there on the front of the army. And coming around for the surround now.
desperately trying to micro the Lings and Banes, trying to get some good engagements, and he's actually able. I think he's able to take it out. Gotta be careful. He doesn't. No, doesn't want to get have any infestors sniped, and the food count now 80 to 40. So.
Nicely held there by Welsh. He does take out the pylon. That was blocking
really
the
well
units.
played. That was pretty close. And so now Moofang's in a tough position, but Welsh needs to capitalize on this. I think by taking a fourth and teching up. Personally, that's what I think. But. I don't think you can do much about trying to attack into here, but he can certainly keep the Protoss player like wedged in.
Well, I think now is the time that he needs to actually start transitioning. We do see that there is a Colossus almost halfway done, and Thermal Lance is also being researched, so that's going to absolutely clean up these Lings.
Yeah.
He really needs to think about changing tack.
He's morphing more Banelings
something else up and running.
Well, if he can actually catch Moofang's army at a place here, he just needs to send those Banelings back in. No.
Yeah, first Colossus is on the board now, and Thermal Lance is about 3/4 done.
Yeah, second Colossus is being chronoed out.
Hive is still a bit of a way away.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this could be a mistake. Yeah, well, she deciding to back out there.
Pulled out.
Just wants to make sure that Moofang doesn't go and take a third. Keeping Moofang on 2 bases is a good strategy, but he definitely needs something to answer for those Colossi. And dropping down a Spire.
Not a bad move. He could get a nice mutaflock just to harass the bases and that sort of thing, but also
I think mutas would be
the army.
I think mutas are the key. It might just be going for corruptors to take care of the Colossi, but
yeah, but I think he needs something earlier than that.
A few more stalkers getting warped in there. I was going to say the stalker count is low. Low stalker count is generally good.
Moofang is moving out to the watchtower.
Well, she has to be careful. I think he wants to try and engage. Has to be careful because the Lings are getting fried. He's actually losing a lot of investors there. I'm not sure that engagement was worth it. Force field's quite good. Moofang evening up a bit of the score there. He's going to lose.
He needs fungal like mad. Get those infested Terrans down. Doesn't want to lose these infestors. He really needs in the late game.
Just completely boned that, unfortunately.
They all go down.
So now Moofang turning the game around. Now it's Welshie that's in a bit of a pickle, and he's building 34 Zerglings, a lot of Banelings, but the Banelings are going to get caught out off guard. He's got three Colossi here, and I think Moofang can make the comeback. FaDe now
just crushing face at this stage. No answer from Welshie at the moment.
There's more of them.
Out. He's got 9 on the way, but I don't think that's going to be enough, especially with these Blink Stalkers to support.
There's he has no answer. He's currently building 9 Mutalisks. It's going to take a while for him to come out. He's engaging with the Lings, but there's a massive Zealot count dropping the Banelings, but
drop them. Otherwise he's just going to lose.
He actually loses one, loses kind of the other. Baneling drop does it nothing. Welshie having such a lead, pissing the lead up against the wall. And the Hive is going down. The Hive goes down. Welshie's in trouble. FaDe is staring down defeat. Fusion Slugs. It looks like they're gonna take the win. Gonna take the series. There are 14 Lings being trained. 7 more Mutalisks. But I don't think that there's anything that Welshie can do to come back from this. There's a decent stalker count, so the mutas aren't going to do anything, and still 4 Colossi that haven't even taken any damage, and that's going to be GG. Welshie is pissed up. FaDe's last chance against the wall.
Oh well,
meanwhile,
the king of not being able to transition.
Meanwhile, Moofang just doing a bit of long distance mining at the 3rd, deciding, fuck it, I don't need a 3rd, I'm Protoss.
Yeah, and there hasn't been anything actually produced by Moofang for quite some time, so...
Welshie asleep at the keyboard, losing a couple of mutas for absolutely no reason. Attacking in with Lings, but the force fields are going down. Stalkers blink back, targeting down the Mutalisks, and
GG. And Fusion Slugs take the series 5-3.